A few years ago, Oksana and Herman vowed to spend their lives together. Herman, a driven entrepreneur, poured himself into building his business, while Oksana, with his encouragement, finally embraced her passion for fashion. A sewing machine and a small dedicated workspace, both gifts from her husband, became the starting point for her journey. What began as personal sewing projects soon grew into custom orders from friends and acquaintances. Herman supported her every step of the way, financing her trips to workshops and courses so she could refine her craft. In the early years, Herman's business faced its share of struggles. Things began to turn around when Vladimir, an old college friend, entered the picture. Impressed by Herman's vision, Vladimir gradually became a trusted business partner. Their collaboration flourished, and Herman came to rely on him completely. Life felt secure, a thriving business, a loving wife, and a comfortable home. One day, eager to surprise Oksana, Herman remembered a small jewelry shop he'd once passed. Knowing her love for unique handcrafted pieces, he inquired about custom work and collaborated with a craftsman to design a white gold ring adorned with delicate gemstones. The design, shaped like ocean waves, was a tribute to the moment they met by the sea. When it was ready, he presented it to her. She was moved to tears, wearing it proudly alongside her wedding band. Months later, after a long day at work, Herman sat down for dinner and noticed the ring was missing from her finger. Oksana explained she had accidentally scratched it while sewing and had taken it to a workshop for repair. Herman wished she had told him. He would have returned it to the original jeweler himself, but she laughed it off, insisting it was just a small fix. The next morning, on his way to catch public transport, his car still in need of repairs, Herman found himself replaying her explanation. She was clumsy at times, so it wasn't impossible she'd scratched it, but something about it gnawed at him. Later that day, already late for contract negotiations, Herman couldn't find a taxi. That's when he spotted Vladimir's car parked nearby. Odd, considering Vladimir had called in sick. As Herman approached, Vladimir stepped out of the store holding a small bag. He hesitated briefly before saying he was feeling better and just running errands. Herman asked for a ride to the business center, and they drove off. On the way, Vladimir began talking about expanding the business and finally formalizing their partnership. While he spoke, Herman reached for a bottle of water in the back seat and froze. There, lying on the floor mat, was Oksana's custom-made ring. His mind began to connect the pieces. Vladimir's absence, his evasive behavior, the missing ring. The truth hit him hard. Vladimir wasn't just angling for a bigger share of the business. He had also been pursuing Herman's wife. The business was registered solely in Herman's name, giving him full control. Wasting no time, he revoked Vladimir's access to company documents and barred him from the office. That evening, he returned the ring to Oksana and confronted her. She went pale, realizing there was no way to talk her way out of it. Herman ordered her to leave, ignoring her pleas for another chance. He had the rest of her belongings sent to her by courier, severing all remaining ties. Oksana turned to Vladimir, but their relationship quickly soured. Vladimir's business ambitions collapsed, and financial troubles piled up. Oksana became the sole provider, working to support them both. The strain was too much, and she eventually left, moving in with a friend before filing for divorce. She tried, months later, to reach out to Herman. He refused. That chapter of his life was closed. He threw himself back into his work, eyes set firmly on the future, leaving behind betrayals that had once threatened to destroy him.